Well, that was one. What you were saying, one example of well, growing as people. And then the other one, growing as a band, music-wise. Is there one song that you've written now for this album that you couldn't have done in 2006, and well, because of now playing live, that you could write the song?
That's a great question.
That is a great question.
There's lots of stuff that we surprised ourselves.
I think Reverend Wrinkle is a good example of that.
Yeah, there's a song on there called Reverend Wrinkle, and there's a song on there called Devil's Queen, which has, you know, a hellacious musical outro, you know. I don't know if we maybe couldn't have done it in 2006 when we did the first album, but it was easier to do it this time because we had already established our fans. So it was kind of a cool way for us to break out and say, you know, oh, check this out too, you know, second time around. But definitely on this album, because we have toured so much and lived together. I mean, we lived together before the first album. We all grew up together. So, but being on a bus together.
It's a little bit different thing.
It's a little bit
when
different.
Living in a 32-foot bus.
Yes, we got really tight. You know, our music was really tight. And we really got to understand each other better as musicians, where each other was going. And I think that just shows overall for all the songs on the album, not any one in particular. I think you can just hear that as a band, we haven't let up. We've just, you know, got more steam and a lot more tighter and diverse. And we wanted to go in with this album and top ourselves because we made such a fantastic first album. And we said, man, it's going to be kind of hard, you know, musically to top that because so many people loved it. And it's a great first album. And but
it was a little intimidating going into writing the second record.
I think it did. We just had fun, you know. We just went in there and played music. And it came out pretty natural because we had been on the road so much. So, you know, putting the songs together, putting the pieces together, guitar harmonies, bass lines, whatever it may be, it came a little bit easier on us.
You were saying touring this much, and then, well, I think then for you now, it has been, the most important years maybe, because sometimes when bands start touring, then, well, sometimes members leave, they break up, or...
Right.
Because, well, I think it showed with the Arctic Monkeys, with the Cooks, that, well, members couldn't live the life.
Yeah.
Was there for you some turning point while touring, and maybe saying, well, it was getting harder and you had to talk about problems, or was it all naturally smooth? I can imagine that when you tour that long together, that, well, things happen. And
well, for us, the getting along as a band thing never really, you know, came into an issue. And I don't think it ever will because, when, like I said, when we first started, we immediately formed a quick bond, like brothers. So we were all spending on each other's houses. And we pretty much lived out of the practice house.
Okay, so you knew each other.
So yeah, so that wasn't a problem.
We were practicing 6-7 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know?
But you know, being on the road, you know, it has obviously it has its ups and downs.
What's his most annoying habit?
His most annoying habit
in tour bus?
Man, in the tour bus, I don't know. Probably this guy likes to, when he's in his bunk. You know, the bunks in the hallway are 3 in the middle. And he's in the middle bunk, and he always has his covers out in the hallway. So every time you try and open the door to go through, you always like have to push really hard because he's either got like a leg hanging out, covers, I don't know. Little stuff, I mean, no, it's stuff like that, but that's funny stuff, you know?
What's his most annoying habit?
It's not really that annoying.
Come on, man.
He sleeps in the back part of the bus, so I don't ever have to worry about his legs hanging out of the bunk.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably leaving his boots under the table in the front lounge. Because I'm always the guy that has to pick up after everybody.
John is.
Because I'm just that guy. I don't know.
He does pick up after everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.